So I already know I have way too many projects to work on, but the wife and I have been looking into doing a lot more camping, spending time with the family, doing some family vacations, and there's no real campers or RVs that really fit us. And the amount of traveling we want to do gets expensive, hotels, Airbnbs, and such, especially with 5 kids. So we bought a bus. I found this thing on eBay, bought it, bought a plane ticket out to New Jersey, drove it 1,300 miles home, and without any issues. It is a 1998 MCI 102 DL3. That means it's 102 inches wide, it's maximum DOT, and it's 45 feet long, also the maximum street legal bus. Has the 12.7 liter Series 60 6-cylinder turbo diesel engine and the B500 Allison 6-speed transmission. Like I said, it cruised 70, 80 miles an hour, no problem the whole way home without any issues. She's not the prettiest, but it's actually, from what I understand, kind of a fairly rare model. It is the stainless steel package one, so all the lower boxes are stainless steel. That's kind of more desirable because less likely to rust. I mean, this thing's been on the road for 25 years. It has either 1.1 or 2.1 million miles on it because the odometer is obviously rolled over. But everything works like it should, so I really have no complaints. Don't mind the trash. We're just gonna walk up in here. It's all from driving home. I haven't cleaned it out yet, but it's full interior. Like I said, it's not the prettiest, but we're gonna gut all these racks down, all these 1998 TVs. They probably weigh 30 pounds a piece or more. It's got a bathroom. It'll be replaced with something a little bit more motor home like. Here is the command center, so to speak. It's got a lot of aftermarket retrofitting stuff here and there that I'm going to go through and clean up and get it just working like it should. Now, for all my current subscribers, you probably know I got a lot of projects. So we're not going to tear this thing down right away. Maybe in about a month or so, depending on how things go, we'll start at least stripping the interior out. But I still have a lot of projects, which I'm about to go over right now, what we've got left to do. And yeah, then we'll get started. Actually, I haven't even talked about this one. I picked this one up from a buddy. It's a supercharged Impala SS, obviously. He had a little fender bender and bent obviously bent the fender. Also bent the strut, which caused the extension housing on the transmission to crack. So it dumps all the fluid everywhere. Should be an easy fix. I'm not going to keep this one. This will probably just end up being a quick flip. I've always wanted a Super 3.8. Bad timing with wanting to work on that. The Pajero Mini. So actually I have the radiator pulled out of this. I had an automatic one that I sold a guy, and his radiator went out, and I had already planned on doing a radiator conversion on it, so it doesn't have the radiator in it. But we're going to be doing a Honda Civic 2-row aluminum radiator with electric fan setup on this. I'm going to go through showing you how to do it. Got all the hoses and everything. It should be a fairly straightforward deal. A lot of guys on the Facebook group have done it, and I'm just going to kind of go over step by step in the video because I haven't seen that done. And then this thing will be up and ready to go and for sale. The HHR looks so sad sitting here in the weeds, but we're going to be getting back to it soon as well. Got ready to do a clutch in it and decided to pull the supercharger, mill it down for the smaller pulley because I already had all that. So this one is going to be going in the shop pretty soon. And I think I'm going to be keeping this one. I can't decide whether I want to keep the Suzuki Alto Works or this one. It's kind of a toss-up. We'll just kind of see when everything's done and how it all pans out. Of course, I can't do any of that until the electric company comes and fixes the pole that is holding up a tree that ripped the power line out of the side of my shop. So I have no power in my shop at all. So everything's on hold until they can get out here and do that. And that's been 12 days now, and they still haven't showed up. I don't even want to talk about all these project cars. I've got a few of them. Like I said, no power in the shop, so it's a little dark, but still have the Saab. It's still here. It's going to be going back together, probably the more mild cam than I originally planned on. Keeping it NA, all-wheel drive, and then just probably going up for sale. I really love the car. I really hate to sell it. it just doesn't fit my needs. Since when I got it, I only had 2 kids, and when I tore it down, I had 3. Now I have 5, so nobody can even remotely fit in here. And we're kind of going to get focused on this bus and start doing more just family-oriented stuff, and a little less race car stuff, at least for now. So the 2500 HD, I have new wheels and tires for it. They're actually like a repop of the factory 5-spoke 20-inch 2500 HD wheels in the correct lug pattern, non-metric, because this is 8 on 6.5. Have a mini notch for the rear, so I can actually go all the way down with the DJM brackets that it's got. And have a posi to replace the full spool that it has in the rear. And I think that's going to be it for now. The old Geo. Kind of had my fun with it. Built it. I don't really drive it that much anymore, especially since I got the Alto Works. So it's probably just going to go up for sale. Runs and drives great. I've driven it on a few 300-400 mile round trip adventures, and it's done great. I've gotten best of like 32 miles per gallon, but I mean, I really honestly average about 25. Have a heavy foot, no overdrive, way bigger wheels and tires. So, but there's nothing really to do left with it except maybe a little bit dress up the interior a little bit, but probably just gonna go up for sale as is. And I'm fairly certain I haven't shown this car on the channel at all. This is actually one of my dream cars I picked up about 6 weeks ago, and then went on vacation and had Army training and whatever. But it is a 1983 Malibu station wagon. One of the very few G-body station wagons. They just didn't make very many of these. It's nothing to brag about. It's fairly clean. It's a 3.8 liter V6. Guy I got it from went through it with new carburetor, fuel tank, pump, the old, all the stuff you do when it's been sitting a little while. And it's just a nice driver. Probably gonna leave it stock, leave it alone as it is. I say that, and I'll probably end up bagging it, putting an LS in it. But we'll just have to see. Also, I got a little Mitsubishi mini cab back here. It's been great around the property. Imported it from Japan with the Alto Works and the other two Pajeros. But it's great. I just don't use it, so it's going to go up for sale too. Air conditioning, full drive, all the cool stuff. But anyway, stick around. I'm going to start posting a lot more to YouTube. Been pretty slacking here or there because I've been doing a lot of Army stuff, a lot of schools, a lot of time away from home, whereas now I'm going to be spending a lot more time at home, a lot more time in the shop. And yeah, so if you like what you see, subscribe, like, and we'll catch you next time.